Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, November 7th, 2017. It is, well, according to my thing here, let's see, it's saying it's 40 degrees out, but we're up in the hills, so it's definitely colder than that up here. It's definitely a very cool day, very overcast. It's been overcast all day, as you can see there by the clouds and stuff. And we ended up, we've only brought in like 1 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt of power today so far. So what are you gonna do? It's better than yesterday. Yesterday was really bad, but it's that time of year, you know, and it's gonna be dark earlier because with turning the clocks back. It's just a weird time of year, weather-wise, anyway, too. So, but anyhow, I wanted to talk about a couple things, and people have been making some great comments, and I appreciate that, and it gets my brain clicking and going and stuff like that too. So a couple things I wanted to touch base on. One of them, let's talk about this first of all, because somebody had talked about, you know, how the food prices have gone up because of the gas prices going up. Before there was some other event that happened that the gas prices went up, and then when the gas prices came back down, that the price of food stayed up. That's a very normal manipulation that the system does. It's always about making money, and you know, and that's what they do. So another great example of that would be this current thing that just, you know, with the hurricanes and stuff that it happened down in Texas, and it took the refinery offline, which I'm sure has been back online for some time now. And the gas prices across the entire country, I know in our area up here, it was up 30 to 40 cents. I think it was about 40 cents a gallon that the prices of gas went up. Well, guess what? Here we are. They still haven't gone down. They're still up that high. So, you know, it's all manipulation and crap. It's just like the price of oil. If they want to get the price of a barrel of oil up, they scare up some event that, oh no, my God, now we got to raise the prices and it's going to cost more. And you know, do they really think realistically that we are that stupid? I think that they do. But you know, it is amazing to me the crap that they pull, and the people just go, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, it's not that much, so I'll just deal with it. Well, it shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? It's a continuous manipulation across the board. You know, the power companies having the control to be able to manipulate the cost of power, and you know, enforcing people, you know, oh well, you know, if you don't have the, if you don't pay your bill, well then we're shutting you off, and then you got to pay other huge fees to get yourself back online. So I get something on the bottom of my shoe that I stepped in. I'm trying to scrape it off, so excuse me. Alright, so anyway, so there's this constant manipulation that's going on, and you know, and we have to sit there and eat it all the time. I know a great example would be healthcare and the cost of healthcare. I mean, it's astronomical what it costs for healthcare, and I'm going to give you a great example. Now, here my mother has been sick for about 5 weeks now, okay, and she just stopped over a little while ago, so it was nice to see her. I haven't seen her since she's been sick, because she's been keeping a pretty low profile. Well, they say it's a sinus situation, so they want to do a scan just to, you know, make sure what exactly is going on and stuff like that. But they have to get permission from the insurance company. Now, we pay all this money for insurance, but at the end of the day, the insurance company decides if it's okay or not okay to have some test done on you to make sure that you're okay. I mean, to me, that is absolute insanity. And we are forced, remember this guys, we are forced to pay for health insurance, because if you don't have it, then you're going to get fined. It is absolutely, it flabbergasts me, to be honest with you. It's amazing. And again, it's control. Everything that they do, and I say they, meaning big business, is basically, because you can't really say the government, because the government really doesn't run anything. Big business runs everything. They manipulate these senators and congressmen, paying into their funds, and so then they owe them. And that's why I always say, you know, politicians are bought and paid for. Because if you have a special interest group and you're trying to get something done, then, you know, that's what would happen. It's just like, okay, so I was talking about Puerto Rico the other day, I mean yesterday, and I was saying that they got to ship in 61,000 telephone poles from the United States. And somebody made a great point. Well, why don't they just do everything underground? Well, that would make sense, because then you would only have to do it one time, and you wouldn't have to worry about the infrastructure then, and it would be okay. But, you know, heaven forbid that they do that. We'll just build it the exact same way that it was before, so when the next hurricane comes, we can do the same thing all over again, you know? And then they were talking about the governmental corruption down there in Puerto Rico. Well, that, guys, I'm going to tell you what, that's everywhere. That's every town, municipality, city, wherever you are, there's always going to be corruption with the politicians, because they got their hands in so many cookie jars, and they're, like I said, they're bought and paid for. They really truly are. I hate politics. I'll be 100% honest with you. I cannot stand politics, because, you know, if the media doesn't like you, they will slam you every chance that they get. If they do like you, well, then you're their golden boy or golden girl, and you can do no wrong. It's absolutely crazy, and people buy it. They buy it all the time. They go, oh, okay, well, it's on the news, it must be true. Well, you know, that's insanity, guys. I mean, that's insanity. What I hope that people are starting to do is realize the depth of the manipulation and look at situations with more clear eyes and say, why did this happen, and what is the benefit to them and against us? So anything that happens, you know, like I said, you know, with, you know, Houston and Florida, yes, it directly affected those peoples, and Puerto Rico obviously as well. In those areas, it affected them directly, and it's still affecting them directly, okay? But it indirectly affects everybody else when they raise the prices of food, when they raise the prices of gas. And they always have that excuse of why they do it and why it needs to be done. But then after the event is long over, like I said, I mean, you know, I know that they most likely have, I'm pretty sure they probably do, because that's probably one of the first things they did, was get those refineries back online down in Houston. Sure, it didn't take that long. And because of the fact that they did that, why didn't they lower the gas prices back down to where they were? Well, because they're making a whole pant load of money off us suckers out here, that's why. You know, so like I said, it just, all these things that happen and all these things that go on, it just gives me more and more credence to why I do what I do, why I want to be living where I'm living, and, you know, and trying to be as independent as possible. I'm going to give you another great example. I had taken Eddie as a treat because he loves McDonald's. I took him down to McDonald's, again, this was yesterday. And so we're sitting in McDonald's, and there's a couple old people, probably 5 of them sitting around, and I would say they're probably, you know, in their 70s, early 80s type of, you know, people. They all get together and chat about this and that. And the one lady was like, oh my God, you see what the water bills are now? She goes, now I don't have to worry about that because that's part of my rent. She goes, but my son has a house here in town, and his water bill every 3 months is like $348. Now think about that. I mean, you're paying that much money every 3 months for water. That's insane, you know. And did I put some money into my system? I mean, the well was already in place, so thank goodness for that, okay? But I had to put money in, I had to buy the tank, and that wasn't cheap. But again, all of that, all my investment into my water system to be able to have the storage tank and pump the water into my house and everything like that, it's a one-time investment. I have a Gould's pump, which should last better than 20 years. So, you know, it's well worth the money that it cost me for that, because it's going to pay for itself in no time at all. And if you look at the fact that these people are paying up to $350 a month, or I mean every 3 months, to get water. And it depends on how much they use. If they use more, they get charged more, because then, you know, once you reach a certain level, they charge you even more. So, I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. So, you know, the fact that I'm able to have a well and have my own water and not have to deal with it. No, hold on a second, I've got to see what, I have no idea. So, you know, not having to deal with that, that's a really, you know, that's a really nice thing. It's one expense, you know, again, that I don't have. Having our own solar system and not having that gas and electric bill. That's a really nice thing not to have. Now, as you guys know, I do have a propane tank that I use for primarily heating up hot water. That's what we use the propane for taking showers and, you know, having hot water. So, you know, but that is not even close to, I mean, that's not running all the time. I have a hot water on demand unit, so it's not like that is continuously running all the time. And, you know, like I said, so it's cutting your expenses and trying to live a better lifestyle so that you can put more money back into your own pocket. That's what it really is all about. Now I got to show you because you haven't seen any cats on the video, so I'm going to flip it around here, and there's Miss Soxy. What's up, girlie? What you doing? What you doing? I know, yeah. So anyway, guys, I want you to think. How do I cut my expenses? How do I make my life easier? That's realistically what it is. And continuously watch the crap that they're feeding us and the crap that they're doing that is nonstop, continuous all the time. And we continue to take it and take it and take it. And I think it comes to a point, honestly, that there will be a breaking point at some point where people will say enough is enough. And I see that happening. I really, truly do. And it's a scary thing when that does happen. But anyway, so guys, listen, hang in there. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So to tell the people that you care about and that you love how you feel every day is really, really important. And, you know, remember, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever you're looking to try to do, whatever goals you're trying to reach, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from doing that is yourself, realistically. That's the only one that can do that. And just hang in there, guys. I mean, you know, try to make your life simpler. Try to get to a point where you're not paying out for making somebody else rich all the time, that you're putting that money back into your own pocket. That's what I'm trying to do, you know, with this situation up here. And we're getting there, you know. And it obviously takes money to get there in the first place, but, you know, we do it as we can. And that's okay. So listen, have a great day. I will talk to you all tomorrow. And so have a good one. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.